Talk Mississippi from the Sanderson Farms Championship. Michael Borky and Davis Riley now, Hattiesburg native, getting set to hopefully win his third event on the PGA Tour. 2 so far. I want to start with that, though, if that's okay. You get your first individual win last year. Is it different when you hold off what is probably the most dominant athlete in any sport in the world right now?
Yeah, certainly a confidence booster. Obviously, whenever I was playing at Fort Worth at the Colonial and being in the final group with Scheffler, he was born in Dallas, so he had a big home crowd. There's a lot of people there. But, yeah, to fend him off and play some really good golf on, one of the biggest stage in front of the, with the number one player in the world was a big confidence booster. And to get that first individual title for me was it was very good, a big confidence builder. And, yeah, I took a lot from that week.
Did you feel like it was a road environment? We talk a lot about that. We're mainly a football show, as you can imagine, being here in Mississippi. But did it feel like you were up against a road environment in that one?
It sure did, yeah. Him being from Dallas and, him being the number one player in the world, there's always going to be loud cheers for him. I tried to make some of my own, and thankfully I was able to play some of my best golf and, fend him off pretty well. Was big, but yeah, it definitely felt like a road environment, just the noise and the Schefflers and the Scotties, that come along with being a part of the home crowd and the number one player in the world. Was a tough arena, but I was very happy the way I handled it.
In a different situation here, of course, being in Mississippi, you're from Hattiesburg. Growing up, this event's been around for a while, bounced around venues, and it was even, way back in the day in your hometown. What does this event mean to you specifically?
For sure, it means a lot. This is, the Sanderson Farms was really good to me when I started my pro golf career. I got to start when I just turned pro. They kind of helped catapult my career and get some reps and get started in my golf career. So it's been a part of me from the Magnolia Classic in Hattiesburg to the Viking to the Sanderson now. So it's always been a part of my golf journey and where things have transpired. So it's a big part of my career, and it's always fun playing this tournament.
I imagine you have a lot of support coming your way this weekend, even though it's not technically a home game for you, but Hattiesburg's just right down the road.
It is, yes. Yeah, I plan on having lots of friends and family out, which always is fun. You always want to put on a show for them. So I think my biggest thing is just to get into the tournament, get going, and just have fun with it. Instead of seeing it, I think it's easy to get to these home events and maybe feel it as added pressure. But for me, I think it's just enjoying with it and feeding off of that and taking that in stride and taking it day by day. So it makes it for a fun week.
When you talk to other guys on tour, so if I counted correctly, there's 7 guys with either they're from Mississippi or played college golf in Mississippi, so well represented. But guys that are not from here on tour that have played in the event, what do you hear from them about what they think about not just the golf course, but the experience of coming here?
They do. They love it. Like you said, the golf course first is amazing. Steve Gent does an amazing job running this tournament. It's first class. But they love coming here because, it's a rich college football environment, and there's a lot of college football fans on tour, so they enjoy the passionate Ole Miss, Mississippi State fans, whatever it is. And, yeah, it's just a fun area to come to. It's just a good old southern city, southern hospitality, and it always feels like really welcoming, and I think guys really appreciate that.
So speaking of that, I just heard your press conference. Did you say that you were in Athens for your alma mater, Alabama, in their win over Georgia? Did I hear that correctly?
No, I was at home actually, so I didn't make the trip to Athens, but I was cheering from afar in Hattiesburg, watching the TV with my parents. So yeah, it was a exciting football weekend, and getting that win against Georgia was a big step for Alabama football, that's for sure.
Kind of felt like it was lost there for a little bit after Kalen DeBoer loses to Vanderbilt in Oklahoma last year, and then season opener looked kind of rough, and now he goes into he goes into Athens, and did he troll Kirby Smart by throwing a screen to his lineman? What happened from week 1 to now?
Yeah, like you said, we got our teeth kicked in a little bit in Tallahassee, and we had a hard time stopping Castellanos, but Ty, he's probably the hottest quarterback in college football right now. He's playing incredibly well. I think playing week 1 in a hostile environment is really tough, and I think he's kind of coming to his own. Kalen DeBoer, they're starting to find the culture in that team, I feel like, and I don't know, I'm really excited to watch them the rest of the year. They got a tough weekend this weekend. Like you said, they lost last year to Vanderbilt, Diego Pavier. He's a pretty tough player. And I'm sure he'll make it entertaining, but I think I'm looking forward to watching him the rest of the season.
So that brings me to something that I noticed a few years ago. I was following Lucas Glover and Bill Haas, and it was a Saturday, and they found a kid in the crowd that they would constantly just point to him, and he would give them score updates. If you make the cut, when you make the cut, knock on wood, when you make the cut, your guys are going to be playing on Saturday while you're playing on Saturday. Do you get some people in the crowd to give you some scores? How do you handle being a football fan while also playing these fall swing events?
For sure. Well, like you said, hopefully I'm playing late on Saturday because we're 2:30 kickoff, so hopefully I'm busy during that time.
Yeah.
But I've done it before, but certainly this week I might have to hint over to my wife or something to give me a score update. Maybe a thumbs up or thumbs down, and I think I'll know. But big college football fan, so I always like to know where we're at, so I will probably get some hints out there somewhere.
Yeah, the thumbs up and thumbs down was what my dad did. I mean, I'd be playing soccer growing up, and he'd be watching games, and he would just do this right here, like good thing happened, bad thing happened.
Yes,
so maybe you can get some of that, and hopefully it's a whole lot of thumbs up for your guys, although people on this show that listen know that I'm a big Diego Pavia fan. And I actually, unfortunately, I really enjoyed Vanderbilt beating Alabama last year. I'm sorry, your guys have won so much. Like it's time for somebody else to have a turn.
I know you got to take your wins where you can. Yeah, that's it'll be entertaining. Like you said, Diego Pavia is an electric player. We got a work cut out stopping him, the run. He's just a dynamic player. So I'm looking forward to that matchup. It'll be really good.
What is quote unquote game planning like for you going into not just a tournament but a specific round? Are you like locked into PGA Tour Live, seeing how guys are playing certain holes? What is your round by round preparation strategically like?
Yeah, I feel like I've played here enough. I know where the mistakes are, so I feel like I know, like just playing plenty of high school golf here, I know where the big numbers are. I feel like I know where you can and cannot miss, so I don't feel like maybe on a normal week I might tune into PGA Tour Live and see where guys are struggling or having success, but this week I feel like I'm very familiar with the course, so I think for me it's just like the blueprint's right in front of me. All I got to do is execute. I know where the lines are, I know where to leave it on the greens, I know where the easy up and ends are, so I think for me it's just all about executing this week. So I know how to play well around here. I know what it takes, and for me, I've just got to execute to that level.
Do you find other guys out here leaning on you, even if they're not asking you, just kind of watching to see? What is that like? Because they're your competition, but I assume you've got some really good friends out here too. You don't want them to beat you, but golf is a gentleman's game. How do you balance the whole, I want to help my friends, but also I don't want my friends to beat me concept that you have out here?
No, totally. I mean, I have my core good group of friends out here where I like helping out, but like you said, you don't want to give all your secrets away. But I've got friends who are rookies or guys that haven't played here much that have asked questions. But and that's the beauty of this golf course. It's all right in front of you, but you can make it really challenging if you're not on. But that's the beauty of it. It's tough for the right reasons. It's all right in front of you, and there's not too many tricks or gimmicks to it. It's all about executing what's right in front of you.
This year you had your best finish in a major. You got into the Masters and went T21 in the Masters. Took some time off after the playoffs. Do you feel like you've got some momentum? How is your game feeling right now going into this weekend?
Yeah, for sure. It was an interesting year for me because I was up and down quite a bit, but I contended in some really big events, which I took that was probably my biggest takeaway from last year is I put myself in contention at some pretty big tournaments, handled it pretty well, and I'll definitely take that with me going forward. But I think, it was kind of a bummer like in Memphis my season ended so early because I feel like I started to find a little bit of something. So I'm excited to take that into this fall, and I feel like I've put in some good 2 to 3 weeks of work in preparation leading up to this week. So I think it makes me just super excited to get started Thursday.
Well, we just heard in your press conference how important this event is to you, being a Mississippian, to represent this state. And, we're all behind you, and good luck this week. And hopefully I'm up here Sunday in this same room talking about a win.
That's it. Well, just trying to represent the SIP to the best of my ability, and I'm looking forward to the week.
Thank you so much.